Hey, it's Matt, and actually just arrived at the co-working space where I office out of a little bit ago. But I had to tell you, man, I started my day off in a very, very cool way. I actually met a bunch of people from Pro Athlete Advantage and some other friends at Red Rocks Amphitheater outside of Colorado to do a workout from 6 to 7 this morning. And it was incredible. You have this natural amphitheater where they put on just phenomenal concerts that's like carved into these rocks in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. It overlooks all of Denver. The sun was rising. I was surrounded by great people, getting better, exercising, pushing my limits. It was a really fun way to start off my morning. And it was interesting on my drive home, I started thinking about this concept of no regrets, right? And I talk a lot about, when I'm speaking, to different companies, or if I'm working with somebody one-on-one, or in these, high performance training squads I have, we talk a lot about this concept of living with no regrets, right? How we want to look back on our lives and know that it was a good ride, and that we gave full effort, we tried things, we took risks, and yes, sometimes we succeeded, sometimes we failed, but we're better off for having tried and given our best effort and attitude each and every day, right? So it got me thinking on the way home of, what in life, and I don't know why it came to me this way, but what in life, do we never regret, right? What are those things? And so I started this list of things that I never regret, right? And a lot of it is it was based off the workout, right? I just got finished with this workout. It really tested me personally, my limits. And you never really regret working out, do you? Or exercising. You never regret it. I mean, it may be really difficult during, and it may be difficult to get up and get to the gym or go work out at that CrossFit box or wherever you work out. But once you're done, there's no regrets. You're not sitting there saying, man, I wish I would not have done that, right? So that was one thing that came to mind. I also, thought about my children and my wife, and I never regret spending time with them, right? Never. As much as I can get, as much as possible is what I need personally to fuel myself. But if a meeting with a meeting, that's a terrible way to put it, but if an interaction with my children goes from 1 hour to 2 hours for some reason, it's not like I sit there and regret, oh, I wish I wouldn't have spent that time with them, right? You never regret that time with loved ones. So that was another thing I put on my list. I talked about how you never regret trying something new and creating this experience in your life, whether it's going on a trip or skydiving, doing something like that. Again, it's fearful kind of taking that risk and doing that, but once you're done, it's I'll never regret that in my life. I thought about laughter, right? You never regret laughing. You never regret going to a comedy show, as long as they're funny, I guess. But when you get done, you're wow, that was worth it, right? I'll never regret having spent the money or taken my time to do that. So those are some of the things that I was thinking about on the way home, because it's almost this mindset shift of, instead of worrying about regretting something, it's looking at your day in a way that says listen, I'm gonna live with no regrets, but what are those things that, when I'm done, I know that was value of my time, of my money, of my resources, all that sort of stuff, that by default, if I just keep focused on those activities, I know I will not have regrets from it. So I like that kind of shift, and I was just thinking about that this morning on my drive home from this workout. So one of my challenges to you today is, I want to know, like I just kind of spoke to, is exercising or eating vegetables or spending time with friends or your spouse or partner, whatever. What are those things that when you perform them, that you never ever regret? And I'd love to hear your comments below, and I challenge you to write 1 or 2 things down below, those things that you never have regrets once you perform them. I'm really curious to hear your responses, and I'll make sure to recap them over the next week or so and tell you what people came up with. But yeah, that's my little challenge for you today. I hope you have a wonderful Friday, if you're watching this on Friday. If you're not, hey, I hope you're having a good day. Can't wait to connect with you again. Please write those comments below of things that you never regret. And as always, don't hold back.